Doesn't a child meet PCIT?
Such a good question. So PCIT is time intensive and effort intensive. So it's a good idea to ask whether PCIT is a good match for the types of difficulties you're having with your child. So there's a few questions you can ask yourself to figure out whether PCIT is a good match or not. The first is, what kind of behaviours is your child displaying? If they're being non-compliant or they're being aggressive, if the behaviours are happening a lot every day, and if they've been going on for a long time, PCIT might be a really helpful way of figuring out how to manage those behaviours. Another good question to ask is whether there have been any changes in your life or your child's life that have happened recently. So things like changing school, changing teachers, a sibling being born, a grandparent dying, because all of those things can be quite stressful to a child. And when a child is stressed or they're emotional, sometimes that comes out as these disruptive behaviours. PCIT can help you help your child through situations like that. Another good question to ask is whether other people have mentioned anything about your child's behaviour. People like teachers or sports coaches see lots of kids throughout their work, and they're a really good way to gauge whether your child's behaviours are typical or whether they're beyond typical and might need some extra services. And finally, a big question to ask is, are these behaviours interfering with your child's life? Are they interfering with your life as the parent? Or are they interfering with your relationship with your child? And if they are, if the behaviours are stopping you or your child from living a happy, healthy life, then PCIT might be a really good way to start managing those behaviours and help you and your child have the kinds of lives you want to have.